Shalom Akim, Yabashima Shabrakadam, Basham Kwakadash, Zabram Nasha DC Camp with a brief video to edify the sincere Akim doing the work of Yabashima Shah Insights and in truth. So I got this quick lesson, so quick video. Just to let Akim know, man, the Mosai is not playing around, man. The knowledge is given these Edomites. To develop this technology of the nuclear missiles is not a joke. So it's gonna be one of those things brothers have to take consideration of, man, because those missiles weren't built for cosmetics. They weren't built to be stored somewhere or for display. They were built to be used. So through the power of Yabashim Shai and His word, His Moses is subject to His word. So not let these missiles be fired from one end of the earth to the other. This is just a showcase of what the Medes, what the Russians have. We don't really know exactly what the other European countries have, what America has so far. But whatever they got, was meant to destroy. That's why the Messiah is called his Edomites, his sword. They're gonna bring so much destruction upon the face of the earth. So without further ado, I'm just gonna play the video, see how much of the wisdom, knowledge that the Messiah has given these Edomites to develop this missile technology, to destroy. Alright.
New arsenal. It came out of nowhere. Seemed like sci-fi, overkill to some. But no, we now have videos of each. Kinjal, or dagger in Russian, is a hypersonic missile, and it's fast, really fast. It flies at 3 kilometers a second, and if anything tries to shoot it down, it dodges too, maneuvering, flying in an unpredictable trajectory. World first, by the way, though the US plans to test its own analog next year. Sarmat. This is the overkill part. A new nuclear ICBM that carries, get this, 20 nuclear warheads. The real ace, though, is its range, which is practically unlimited, where past nuclear missiles had to use the shortest flight path and fly through air defenses. This thing can literally fly to the South Pole and back up to hit its target from behind. If, for whatever reason, you don't feel like flying through Antarctica, there's Avangard. It's designed to literally ram its way through enemy anti-missile defenses with speed. First, it's lifted into space.
Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and read some precepts, something from the book of Isaiah. Alright, so America's on its way out, man. So this is Isaiah chapter 34. Okay, you know what? Just from verse 4, Isaiah 34, verse 4 says, "And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as a leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree." So so it's always the nuclear missile that has that capacity to have that huge pillar of smoke. That big explosion. It's only a nuclear missile that has that capability. Ever since the man has dwelt upon the face of the earth, you have that rolling. The huge combustion, like the mushroom cloud. That's exactly what the scripture's talking about. To roll together as a scroll. And then it says in verse 5, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. That's America's code name, you know, in the book of Isaiah, in the whole, in the Holy Scriptures. Idumea, it's a Greek way of saying Edom, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. All right, so it's not something out of a comic book, man. This stuff is real. All right. Then verse 6 says, "For the sword of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai Ba'Shem Kwakwadash is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and with goats, with the fat of the kidney of rams, for the Lord Yahweh had to sacrifice in Bozrah." And I can know that Bozrah is the chief city in Edom, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Alright, so that's exactly, how the Muslims are going to let this place go down. It's through the firing of these nuclear missiles from the ends of the earth, so from Russia, from China, from Iran, even from NATO, it's all going to fly towards the mark. And if you look at Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16, it gives you a brief example of what knowledge is given to the nuclear scientists. Yes, bear me, I can. Yep. So it says, "Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that forgeth, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy it." To destroy. I read it one more time. Isaiah 54 verse 16. "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy." So these nuclear missiles, man, they're the real wasters, man. And then when you look at the other book of Isaiah, give me 1 second, I'll pull it up real quick. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5 says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." So, these nuclear missiles, man, they're going to be shot. They're going to be shot. They're going to be fired. Some play it again, they'll speed up.
When Putin announced this new arsenal, it came out of nowhere. Seemed like sci-fi, overkill to some. But no, we now have videos of each.
Fast forward.
Lifted into space, then its engines turn on, and it enters the atmosphere at Mach 20. That's roughly 7 kilometers a second.
There's no running away from that one.
Poseidon, the Greek god of the sea, may be gone, but he's got a no less terrifying successor. A nuclear-powered torpedo that travels so deep and so fast, it's, in theory, undefeatable. Burevestnik, a new nuclear-powered, nuclear-capable cruise missile. It's literally powered by a nuclear reactor on board inside the missile, meaning it's got indefinite range so long as the reactor has fuel. It can stay airborne, float around and around until the opportunity to strike. Combat lasers have always been a cool science fiction gimmick, but they never really got going. The science and technical requirements were too great, until now, it seems. Peresvet, named after a Russian warrior monk, is a laser weapon system designed to deliver incredible amounts of energy in a small area. So shoot down or melt down an incoming drone or jet or shell, for example. Other than that, not much known yet. Now, one might ask, isn't all that just begging for an arms race? Is Russia itching for a fight? No, says Putin. It's all about balance. Balance means peace. Before, things were even. Russia and the US had nuclear parity, mutually assured destruction. Then, after the USSR collapsed, NATO began to expand, began to field new weapons that could destroy Russian nukes.
All right, so that's the clash between the bear and the beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns. All right, so it's a prophecy that's gonna take place, man. You know, just not running away. You know, brothers just gotta pray that Yabashim Shai, you know, covers you with his blood. You know, because these last days is no joke, man. You know, we have the Civil War, so the brewing. You know, the riots is brewing. You know, economic collapse is on its way, and then we have World War III. You know, so it's gonna be intense. You know, I just saw the movie The Domestics. Man, that stuff, I mean, cannot be farther from the truth. You know, the breakdown society. You know, the violence. It's unimaginable, but you know, it's part of the prophecy, so we have an idea of what's gonna take place.
What Putin unveiled is Russia's answer, a return to military equality, status quo, a return to balance.
And that's what it boils down to, man. The Most High's judgment is just.
Now, one might ask, isn't all that just begging for an arms race? Is Russia itching for a fight?
Yep, they're gonna fight, man. You know, they're going to fight. You know, World War III is gonna be the last fight to end all fights. You know, and then to top it off, that'll be Yahweh Shai's fight. You know, because he's gonna intervene when the angels show up in the chariots. You know, to take down this nation of nations of the heathens. You know, so it's gonna be beautiful, man, when Yahweh Bashim Shai appears in the chariots. You know, like the whirlwind, and he's gonna issue his rebuke. You know, upon these nations, man. He's gonna blast them. You know, as dust. If you look at Second Ezra, chapter 13. You know, so Kahalaya Bashim Shai Bashim Rakwadash, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. The sincere Akim, you know, we know that these prophecies are true, and it's gonna have to take place, man. So I can stay faithful, stay humble, keep up the good fight of faith. Shalom.